Hey everyone, we are Rendered Retina and welcome to the final activity of this 12-week program. Now, because this is the last week, we wanted to go out in style, so with that in mind, we will be completing one last Get Crafty challenge.
What we've done today is collected a bunch of rubbish, discarded items that we're going to use today to create Belmont Castle. Now, the castle was built in 1795 and used to overlook the River Thames.
The castle was then demolished somewhere around the 1950s and it's Thurrock's own little piece of history. So we're going to be recreating that little piece of history in what we like to call the Great British Make-Off. So we'll be picking our materials from this pile of rubbish and discarded items, but to decide who gets to pick first, we'll be playing a game of rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors! Oh yeah! I do this. Rock, paper, scissors! Rock, paper, scissors! Rock, paper, scissors! Yeah! So I get to pick first. We should probably say what we're picking from. So Jordan's going to use his magical editing skills in a minute to show you that we've got some big ticket items and everything else. Now, the rock, paper, scissors was to decide who's going to pick two big ticket items first. Well, they're going to pick one big ticket item, and then the second person will pick, and then the third person will pick, and then it will cycle around one more time. So we'll each have two big ticket items, and then the rest is just a free-for-all. Alex is first, so he's going to go off and pick one of his big ticket items. What's he thinking? It's only these, isn't it? Well, I'll take the biggest bit of cardboard then. Alex has gone for the biggest bit of cardboard, so now it's Jordan's turn to pick.
I like what Alex is thinking. He's thinking the biggest bit of cardboard. But actually, what I'm going to go for is the most stylish bit of cardboard. It looks like it's wooden planks, so I'm going to take this one.
I hid that when I piled everything up, so I'm hoping you didn't see that. Well, do you know what? I'm going to go a bit left field here. And I'm taking all of these. I have absolutely no idea why, and maybe it'll come back to bite me, but I'm having all of these. Back to me, and it's my turn to pick my second one. Tell you what, I'll go for this. And the reason being, well, I won't say my reason just now, actually. I think I'll keep that to myself.
Oh,
Okay, Jordan's turn. He's going to pick his second big ticket item.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe I'm going to go for the colour, so I'm going to go for this one.
Okay, and my turn to pick. Well, there was a lot of cardboard anyway, so there was never going to not be any cardboard to pick, which is why I picked the bit different. So I guess we'll just go with the big cardboard box then. And now we've got two big ticket items. I think what we'll do is we'll do it the other way around. So the person who was third now goes first in choosing where they're going to work, because that might actually have something to do with it. I don't know, but we're going to do that anyway. So I'm going to work down here where Jordan put his stuff, so he has to move it now. Can I just say that Tom has made that rule up because he came third. Jordan and I have been looking at each other like, what on earth is going on? And
Whatever.
All right, well, Jordan, you came second, so where are you going? I thought about it earlier, but I just didn't tell them.
I guess I'll use over here. I'll use all this nice flat space over here, I suppose.
I'm going to come over here. Okay, so we've also got all this stuff. That's all for a free-for-all. We're going to have 1 hour. 1 hour to build Belmont Castle. Jordan's also going to use his editing skills to show you what Belmont Castle should look like. Here. And another picture here, and a third one. I hope there's 3 pictures. So that's what we're making. We have 1 hour. 3, 2, 1, go! Okay, so I'm picking up my small items now, and I have no strategy for what I'm picking up. I probably shouldn't admit that because they're right there, but I have no idea what I'm doing. That may come back to bite me. I've got this, I don't know. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I just grabbed a load of stuff. Didn't really know what I was going to do with it, but I grabbed it just so that they couldn't use it. We're going to have to make a castle now. This will be interesting. With no artistic skills, let's see how I get on.
So I've just gone in for the initial free-for-all, and these are the items that I've picked up. Half of this stuff I don't really know what I'm doing with it. Basically, I'm kind of was looking for the right shape. That was the first thing I was kind of going for. I'm looking for the basic shape of the castle itself, and it's got quite a distinctive shape. It's got kind of 2 rectangular sides and then like a round part in the middle. So this could be one of the sides. This could be the larger round part. I'm not entirely sure yet. I've got to put it together and have a little think, but I'm running out of time, so I've just got to crack on with it.
Okay, so what I've done is I've cut the big cardboard box, the big ticket item, I got into pieces. So I'm thinking we could have these as like the front walls like that, but then we can have these as like the side walls, and then we can make a square or a rectangle out of these that's like the base or the frame, and then we can flounce it up maybe with these and make it look really cool. And maybe these were a good idea after all. Okay, my worry is that the other two went into this with a really specific strategy, and I did not, and I've picked up really random items and they know exactly what they're doing, and I wasn't worried about that until I realised that I probably should have looked at a picture of what this castle looked like, which I've only just done, and realised that it's white. Don't know how I'm going to make that happen, but lucky. That is pure luck that I got that, so that's going to possibly end up being the front of my castle. They look very intense in what they're doing. I think that's because they knew what they were doing going into this, so now I'm worried.
Okay, so I've used up probably about 5 minutes just trying to get this basic shape down. What I want now is I want this to be the kind of round part at the front of the castle. The bottle itself is too short, so I'm trying to figure out a way of how I can make it taller whilst keeping that kind of rounded shape at the front. Maybe this is kind of an answer, something, if I do something like that. I think that's just going to have to do for now. I'm running out of time and I've got to keep moving.
I've just had another brainwave. This big long tube, I really think it should have been a big ticket item, but it wasn't. I'm going to cut it into 4 that are as long as the cardboard I'm going to use for the walls, and then I can use those as like pillars on each corner, so I can fix the walls in place and make it, just give it a bit more, you know, zhuzh. This was actually a blue tube that I found, discarded. Definitely highlights the problem of fly tipping, but it might help me win this competition, so thank you, blue tube. But he's scrambling a little bit, so I think I've got him. I've got him a bit shaken. I think the sound of my sawing has made him a bit nervous.
So, for you eagle-eyed viewers, you probably noticed that I picked up an egg box. Now I know what you're thinking, like, oh, Jordan, another egg box. You know you always use egg boxes, but this time there's a very deliberate reason why I picked it. It's so I could make this my secret weapon.
So I've got my finger stuck with the super glue and I can't get it off. And I'm really worried that Oh, okay, yeah, so I've just ruined that. Brilliant. We've run into our first hitch. It all looks very well there, but I was supposed to use these 2 bits because they're the same length and that's slightly longer. We're just gonna have to work through it because we haven't got a lot of time. You know what though? I'm not doing too badly over here. Tom's just spying on me. He's jealous. Oh yeah. Hey guys, do you want to see something cool? Oh yes, it worked, it stands. I've just heard the 2 of them complaining that they're both running out of super glue, so I stuck with sellotape the whole way through. So this is going to lack consistency. Loser, winner. Okay, so it started raining, so we postponed for a little bit. It stopped raining, so we came back outside. Amazing. 32 minutes, 29 seconds left on the clock. 3, 2, 1, go! I forgot to bring my castle back outside with me. So I'm wasting precious time. This is why I've just run out of super glue, but I was fairly certain I had quite a bit more in there, and I don't. So my new best friend, sellotape. Nothing super about you, but I believe in you. Oh, please.
So I just overheard that Alex has run out of super glue. I mean, at first I thought that was really funny because that's going to hinder him, but then I actually run out of super glue as well. So trusty duct tape, well, karma gets me in the end.
Okay, I've just attached the front. If you see the picture at the start, it's sort of domed out at the front, so we're going to use a comfort bottle, and I am comfortable in the knowledge that I'm going to win. I mean, you can just see that is someone who does not know how to use tape, and over there smartly got his back to us so we can't see the panic in his eyes, but I'm sure it's there.
Okay, so this is what I've got so far. In order to sit this up a little bit more, what I did was I took a bit of egg box and put the butter tub over the top of it, so it kind of keeps that whole rounded shape of the front here. Now I've kind of got the basic shape of the thing. Now I need to start thinking about putting some details on. I was planning on using this lid and then cutting cuts into the top to make it look like the battlements. I don't have a saw to hand, so it looks like I'm going to have to think of a different way of doing this. I really am getting pressed for time now, so I need to just get on with it.
We now know how much time we've got. 15 minutes. Oh dear. Sellotape's already let me down. I want this to kind of be like a porch thing to come out. The door was here, this is kind of an archway. I tried to kind of put it on here and then stick it on, but it is not working. You let me down, man. You may remember at the start I picked these as my big ticket item. I actually didn't know what I was going to do with them. I just picked them to be different, and I've had a brainwave. Look, they're the windows at the front. First place is mine.
I am flailing right now, so much so that I've actually done this inside out. I wanted the white on the outside, but to be honest with you, I don't really have time to change it. So now, well, the rest of it's going to be green now. So there you go. Gotta go, let's go.
Having come last overall in the Get Crafty challenges, I do feel quite a strong sense of shame, but also determination to do well in this. Having not been able to see the stuff that they're making, I have no idea how I'm doing. And we have just under 10 minutes, I think. So we've got the windows, and you can see here, we've got battlements and got little spires. We might try and get a flag going. And we've got these. If I put it down like that and stick something to the top there, we can have a flag, because I think the others won't think of that. Okay, oh my god, we've got 3 minutes left, and I'm about here. Okay, so this is what it's looking like right now. That's what it's looking like. But I've got 3 minutes, sorry, to finish this off, and I am worried. We've got 3 minutes. I think my only option is sabotage. I don't know, I'm just gonna throw things at this stuff. Hey. Tom just tried to sabotage me by chucking an egg box at my castle, but it's still standing. Solid structure. I'm really hoping the other two don't hear this, but the picture I've been looking at of the castle, I've been looking at the back of it, so I've been doing it the wrong way around. So my door's on the wrong side. So I'm going to quickly go and change that. But quickly I'll show you my ramparts. So what I had to do, I cut these egg boxes out, but the way to stick them on here, because I don't have any super glue, is to place a little platform of card here, put them on and then tape it to that. So the ramparts are looking fine, but will I get the front door on the front? We'll see.
The clock is ticking, and now I need to finish off the battlements at the very least to get on this middle one, because it's looking pretty bare right now. Oh gosh, here we go.
1 minute, and I'm trying to put a door on the castle, because I want people to be able to get in. I want it to be as realistic as possible, and I've never realised how annoying tape is until I had a time limit and I couldn't find the end of the bloody tape. Me and you have been through a roller coaster through this. This last minute helped me. 1 minute left. 1 minute left. And I've just been, I don't know, I've just been sticking random things to the castle. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I literally don't know what else to do. Anything else is going to take me too long. And I've just spent 15 seconds talking to you. We've got less than a minute left, so. And stop what you're doing. Stop crafting. Stop, you stop, and you stop. That was tough. I don't think you realise just how quick an hour goes when you're not very good at arts and crafts. All that's left to do now is to take a look at what we've managed to do. Before we do anything, I'm so impressed by this. Shh. We were just getting the sexy shots of Jordan's castle, and we realised something quite hilarious.
I thought I was getting really tricky with that egg box.
So he's used this.
It was there the whole time.
So, here we go. We're going to start our discussions now with Alex's castle. Well, I have to start by saying the detailing, I think, out of all three castles is probably the best on this one, even with the sort of porch kind of area.
And the two little spires, don't forget the two little
and
spires.
the two little spires as well, yeah. I think we've got the ramparts as well. They don't go all the way, they don't come across the front though, like they do. So I'd like to see those finished. The flag isn't as good as, well, another flag. But all in all, I think the detail was good. If close up to the castle, yeah, you're looking all right. Far away, maybe not so much.
I think with the being said, yeah, you're right, the detailing is good, but it's only good from this side.
That's true.
Because then if you do turn it...
Well, that's one side more than all of yours.
If you do turn it though, suddenly you lose all the detail. This, as we now know, is the back, but he hasn't got quite that kind of extreme shape of this part coming out, and then he hasn't got any of the steps, he hasn't got any of the windows here. So on the one hand, the detailing's good, but only on one side. If you look at it from this way, it looks great. This side, not so much. With that being said, I do really like the detailing that has gone into it. It just comes down to a matter of time. If for what it is, I think it's great.
Yeah, I think you can see that I thought this was the front
because it's all white, and I was like, oh, I'm going to use all my white card for the front, and then I realised that it wasn't. So now we move on to Jordan's castle for our discussion of what we like about it and what we would like to improve, what we'd like to see improved if you did it again, I think is the diplomatic way of saying that. So I like the ramparts. The basic shape of this side is fine. It's good. It's what it needed to be. There is a lack of detailing. It's more like a bulk image. If I saw Belmont Castle from afar, I'd see something like this.
Yep, that's a fair point.
But
yep.
I wouldn't see any detail, and that's, you know, the thing for me is that this is the back, this is the front, and the front isn't the right shape. This wall is all meant to be the same level.
It came from the fact that the picture that I was looking at only had this side.
Yes.
So obviously, really, it could have been down to a bit more research.
I would say that because I started looking at other pictures, which is
Yeah.
where I found out that it wasn't, in fact, the front of the castle. I do think more research could have taken place mid-creation. Big fan of the flag. Big fan of the fact that this actually sticks out as it does in the picture. But the downside was, and the price that you pay, is having this bit stick out. But do you know what? It's a good effort. This was done in an hour with just tape and glue and some boxes and some bits of rubbish. So good effort. You want to try that again?
That's staying in.
Now mine. Okay, so
I'm struggling to be seen by the camera.
I think out of all of them, this one looks the most like a child made it. I'm not necessarily saying that as a bad thing, because I do think there's slightly more creativity that's gone into this one because of the airbags and the blue tube. Yeah,
That
but you
is
can't
true.
see the frame.
Yeah,
I
but-
can't see it, and it adds nothing. Look.
So what you can't see it.
Okay, but if you look at
It's
this
part of
side,
the structure.
Belmont Castle doesn't have, like, it's not stood on little platforms, is it? I don't know why you're trying to use that as a good thing, because I'm
no one
saying
else
look.
thought of it.
I mean, no, the thing is, I appreciate the ambition of the material.
Yeah,
But
I think there is that element to it in this one that it's got different materials. I don't know if they work. Like these as windows on this
Yeah.
side, I think that's quite cool. But as soon as it gets to this side, I just think that I just think this doesn't look like windows. It looks strange to me. Maybe I'm being too harsh. But again, when I said it looked like a kid made it, I wasn't saying that's a bad thing. But you can see what I mean. It's lots of big things.
I think it's got, again, that kind of like basic, the shape of it. But actually, when I was thinking about it, I was like, but does it really? Because it's wider than it should be longer.
People will hate me. It's like become its own drinking game. Oh, every time Alex mentions that this isn't the front. But I think that's important because there is nothing.
But
There is
what I will
absolutely
say is, what I
nothing
will say
here.
is at least I've attempted to detail 3 out of 4 sides instead of just 1. You have to give me that point.
We argue about what the word detail means.
Yeah, but
Suppose we can have an
I've
argument
put
about
effort
that.
into 3 out of 4 sides.
Effort
Yeah,
is
yeah.
the right word. I think Alex has touched upon a really nice point. Belmont Castle had distinct levels to it. And this, it has one flat roof.
Well, and even that's not flat, it slants. Apart from this.
Oh, yeah, okay. 2 levels.
I can't believe man's getting such harsh criticism. All the criticism that you're levelling at this could possibly be levelled at your 2 as well.
But it wasn't, so there we go.
Just because you're only thinking of it now because mine's last.
I'm thinking of it now because yours is the only one I've seen it in.
Comments, save me.
Yeah, you can save him, it's not up to us. At the end of the day, this is all going to be up to you. We want you to decide who has won this challenge. You can say who's come second as well. We'd like to know who's last.
Yeah.
We don't mind that, we can take it.
So that's it from us at Rendered Retina for the Great British Make-Off. Put all your rankings in the comments below. Let us know who won, who came second and who came third. Thank you very much, everyone.